In this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate a company's operating cycle. So the operating cycle is the number of days that it takes for a company to do two things: to sell its inventory and then collect cash from customers, because we're assuming that that inventory, a lot of it is sold on credit, so you don't immediately get the cash. Okay, so if we take the number of days it takes to sell inventory, okay, so let's just say that that was 50, and the number of days that it takes once you have sold the inventory to collect the accounts receivable, and let's say that that's 30 days, then the operating cycle for that company would be 80 days. Okay, so it's 50 days to sell the inventory, but then we've assumed they sold the inventory on credit, so you've got account receivable, and then days sales outstanding is telling you how many days it takes to collect your accounts receivable from your customers. Okay, so that would be 30 in this example. So this is important because when we go to define things like current assets and current liabilities, it will talk about the operating cycle. And you might wonder, for example, when it talks about what is a current asset, it says something that's converted to cash or used, some kind of asset that is converted to cash or used within 1 year, or the length of the operating cycle, whichever is longer. So this is an important definition to understand. Let me give you a more comprehensive example. Let's say that we have a company called Airplane Corn Cobs, and what they do is they buy corn cobs from farmers and then they turn around and sell them to airlines so they can be served as food to customers, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Instead of a bag of peanuts, you get handed a corn cob. Okay, so if this Airplane Corn Cobs, if we look and we see their days to sell inventory is 36, so that means from the moment they get inventory, the moment they obtain inventory, it takes them 36 days to actually sell it. Okay, and then it takes 24 days before they actually collect from the airline companies. Okay, then the operating cycle would be 60. We just add these two together. So let me show you a timeline just to make this crystal clear. So this Airplane Corn Cobs, let's say day 0, they obtain the inventory. Okay, they get the corn cobs from the farmers, and then it takes them 36 days. Okay, so on 36 days later, they actually sell the inventory. Okay, that's what days to sell inventory is, or sometimes you hear it called days inventory on hand and so forth. Okay, so that's 36 days, and then they've actually sold the inventory, but they might sold it on credit, so they don't have cash immediately. So there's time before they actually go and collect the cash. Okay, that's what days sales outstanding is. Sometimes you'll hear people call it the average collection period. Okay, so that's 24. So then it's 60 days. So this company, from the time that they get the corn cobs, from the time they obtain the inventory, it's going to be 60 days before they actually get cash for that inventory.